You know, when you look at everybody, I don't know if you like to people watch, but I love to people watch because when you look at somebody's face and just their body movement and then their words come out of their mouth and you look at them and you see how they are, and they don't really see how they're acting because they're just being human, right? And I look at people based on how they treat others, how they move, how they speak, how they look, how they listen and interpret, and you could just feel and tell somebody's emotions and feelings and what they're thinking by how they move. There's so many people that just move like a snail, and they just, they don't really say anything positive, or they're just shifting by, just going with the flow. There's no future driven mind. There's no creativity. There's no value. There's no purpose. It's just scooting by, blending in, doing what everybody's doing, getting involved in what everybody is getting involved in. And that's what you see a lot of now. And I'm very hyper, and I'm always thinking, I'm always trying to motivate, and always trying to be positive. And am I 100% always in that mind frame? No, because sometimes I get trapped up in the influence from other people's words and actions, and it controls my emotions and my feelings as well. And the more I live every day, the more I'm trying to control that, so that I don't allow these petty things to control my consciousness, right? Because I control my consciousness, because nobody else could plug themselves into my brain and control me unless I let them. So, when you're watching people, or if you could try to examine your own, words and your actions and the way you tend to just live in this world, just kind of watch yourself and be aware of what you're doing. And then you have to remember that other people are seeing this, and you're creating the version of yourself that everybody is seeing. So, if you don't want to be judged, and if you don't want to be looked at in any way or form that could make you feel inferior or self-conscious about your own well-being and your own self-interest because other people are talking about you and you know about it, then think about what you're doing. When you become confident in yourself and positive in yourself, to where that you know who you are and what you're doing and what your purpose is, and it's love at the end of that all the time, selfless love, compassionate, right? You become fearless, and it doesn't matter what people say or how they try to attack you. You will stand firm in your belief because of the strength and the happiness that you have, and it's all ran with love. So you fight stern, but with love at the end. You're fighting for love. Then when people see that, and they see that value, and they see that energy, and they see that purpose, they see legacy-minded people to change the future for the better of humanity. So again, mind your mind and mind your actions, because remember, the world is watching you and waiting for you to create impact and value and change and energy, positive energy. So mind your personality, because humanity is counting on you right now to be the person that it needs to create change. Love always. John Dawson.